Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 6. Arctic animal, who am I? Shark, polar bear, Arctic hare, word bank. Seal was still available in your choices, but you thought word bank was an option. So this student wrote at the bottom of his test, "Do not touch, is a snot, fell from my nose." Well, I'm glad he gave a warning to the teacher, and the teacher wrote, "Who would not want to grade this paper?" So this student didn't know how to answer the question, so he came up with an artistic solutions. He wrote, "Top secret." For the next one, he didn't know how to complete his math, so he drew a coffee spill that covered up his answers. You should at least get some extra credit for your artistic ability. Opposites: death, live, pro, noob. Hopeless, hopeful, tolerance, intolerant. See, you've just been playing way too much Fortnite. Problem: you fell on the playground and scratched your knee. Solution: get up and deal with it. No, don't get a first aid kit, don't call a teacher, just deal with it. Write an example of a risk. This. Yeah, writing this as your answer, that is a risk. If you want to watch more videos like this, hit that follow button.
The funniest kid test answers. This kid said they would make their marriage work by telling their wife she's pretty, even though she looks like a dump truck. This kid was asked to draw a picture of what they would look like in 100 years. What ended in 1986? I mean, she's not wrong. And this kid right here has a very strong opinion about school. And this signature looks pretty authentic to me. What do you guys think?
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 1.
This kid was asked to describe school in one word. He wrote hell. This kid was asked what ended in 1896. They wrote 1895. Where was the American Declaration of Independence signed? This kid wrote at the bottom. And this kid had to get his parents' signature on his homework. But I don't think his teacher is going to believe that.
Funny Kids Test Answers. Bob has 36 candy bars, he eats 29. What does he have now? Diabetes. Bob has diabetes. Really quick before we carry on the rest of the video, guys, I just found the most addictive game ever. This amazing game is called Join Clash. You can run through levels, make people join you, and you're a massive army. When you make it to the end, you can fight big bosses to win the level. And that's how you complete the level, and the levels get harder as you go on. And there's even bonus levels where you can absolutely just demolish people. I cannot stop playing this, guys. Click that button on my profile to download it right now. Draw a picture of what you'll look like in 100 years. In 100 years, I'll be... dead. He's not wrong. I earn money at home by... I don't, I am a freeloader. At least he's honest. Find X. Here it is.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 5.
I think my mum should do less of this. This kid drew this picture and wrote drink wine. Which colour does this data show was pulled less often? This kid wrote green. He was then asked, how did you know the answer is correct? He wrote, my brain is always right. Problem: you fell on the playground and scratched your knee. Solution: get up and deal with it. And this kid was asked to explain what hard water is. He wrote ice.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 7.
This girl forgot to study for her test, so she asked her teacher to give her a point for writing her name. Her teacher was kind enough to actually do it. This kid was asked to write 5 words he could spell. He wrote 5 words you can spell. His teacher was very impressed. This kid had to name the following shape. They wrote Amanda. And this kid was asked why we pay taxes. They wrote, so we don't get arrested.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 8.
Marcus is the strongest kid in 2nd grade. He used to lift 12 pounds, now he can lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift now? This kid wrote Marcus is on steroids. The difference between 180 and 158 is 22. Explain how you found your answer. Math. This kid was asked to expand the following problem, but he took this question a bit too literally. And this kid was asked, why do we pay taxes? He wrote, so we don't get arrested.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 6.
Write a number that is less than 40. This kid wrote 20. How do you know your number is less than 40? Because I am smart. This kid was asked, what can you never eat for breakfast? He wrote lunch and dinner. This kid forgot to study for his test, so he made all of his answers look like true and false so he didn't get any questions wrong. And this kid was asked to describe himself in 3 words. He wrote, I am a rebel.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 9.
This kid had to write what he wants to be when he grows up. He wrote a mailbox. This girl was asked to write positive ways her family handles stress. She wrote suck it up. The difference between 180 and 158 is 22. Explain how you found your answer. Math. and this kid was asked to expand the following equation, but they took this question a bit too literally.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 8.
What belongs to you but is used by your friends more than you? This kid wrote, your mama. This girl had to draw what she wants to be when she grows up. She drew this picture and wrote, I want to be like mummy. What number does 300 plus 7 plus 2 equal? This kid wrote a lot. And this kid was asked to write if the numbers were greater or less than. He wrote all for all of the answers.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 2.
This kid was asked to find X. They drew an arrow pointing to it and wrote, here it is. Problem: you fell in the playground and scratched your knee. Solution: get up and deal with it. This kid was asked to write an example of a risk. They wrote this. His teacher was very impressed. And this kid was asked to draw what he will look like in 100 years. He ended up drawing his own grave.
Funny kids test answers. Would you want to swim with a boy in this water? No, because there's trash in the water and he's chubby. Do you want to play the most addictive game ever? This game is called Sort It. You have to get the same colour ball in the cups. It is so addictive. Press that button on my profile to get it right now. What does your mum want for Christmas? Wine. It actually said win, but the teacher corrected him to wine. In a word, describe school. Hell. My mum worked hard today. She deserves a microwaved hot dog. Briefly explain what hard water is. Ice. It's true. It's true.
Funniest test answers from kids, Part 6. How many ghosts are left? 4 minus 1, 3. 0 because ghosts aren't real. It's true. My one wish is for it to rain tacos. That wouldn't be so bad. This kid's going places. David only got $2 and $5 coins but managed to buy food worth $60. Why? Answer: they gave David a discount. The difference between 180 and 158 is 22. Explain how you found out your answer in problem 4. Math! It's true though! Oh, I can't! Like for Part 7.
Funniest Kid Test Answers Part 12.
This kid had to get his mum to sign his homework, but that signature and date are definitely not written by his mum. This kid wrote 2 plus 2 equals 4 and then wrote, I can do math. The first cells were probably, this kid wrote lonely. And this kid didn't know the answers to this test, so he drew spilt coffee over his answers.
Funniest test answers by kids, Part 5. So he's got to write I at the start of every sentence. So I, yeah. And then draw yourself doing your favourite activity, finish a sentence. I can pee. It's in peeing, you drew in peeing. Oh my god. Draw a plant cell and identify its most important parts. He drew a plant in a cell. Iron bars, no window. What do you think is the best solution to overpopulation? Support your argument with examples. The Hunger Games. Brilliant! Tony practices the piano 20 minutes every day. Effects: he is a big nerd. Oh, Tony. Like for Part 6. Funny test answers from kids, Part 10. This kid's obviously doing a maths test. OMFG sushi. Because it actually looks like sushi. What are the 3 things you want to do in the future? Get a girlfriend, kiss her, rule the world. This kid's brain is in the right place though. So he has to list things he'd like to do with his friends and family. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Oh, that one's brilliant. My favourite subject is spelling. And here's why I like it. It's easy. He spelled it with a Z. Like for Part 11. Funny test answers by kids, Part 2. Name: Frankie. I earn money at home by I don't, I'm a freelancer. In a word, describe school. Hell. It's true. Bob has 36 candy bars, he eats 29. What does he have now? Diabetes. Bob has diabetes. Motivate your answer. Go answer. Like for Part 3. Funny test answers from kids, part 8. Enough information on the table to estimate the length of a day on Jupiter. Bacon. Give a reason for your answer. Bacon is always the answer. Oh god, it's true. The first sales were probably lonely. This is the strongest kid in 2nd grade. He used to lift 12 pounds, now he can lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift now? Marcus is on steroids. Oh my god. Oh, I could just about film this one. This made me laugh so bad. Name a solid. Name a solid. Name a liquid P. Name a gas. Oh, like for part 9.
Funniest kid test answers. What comes after 10? Question mark. Nice try. F words. Fart. Really? That's the only F word you could think of? Where have you smelled burnt fat before? At the gym. Yeah, everyone at the gym on the treadmills burning fat. Dr. King had a dream. My dream is to work at Taco Bell with my mama. Who wouldn't want to work with their parents? Come on. One thing I could improve on this year. Less crying. I'm with you. School can be hard. So this student is creating their goals for the school year. My personal goal, beat Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, with enough time and practice, you too can beat Bowser. List at least 5 things that are almost always white. Sheep, that's good. Cloud, you got that. Disney princess. So this student crossed out the question. Instead of construct a rectangle with sides Y and ends Z, he wrote banana car and wrote, I want to retake this test. That's one option. If you just have no idea how to answer a question, you just say, I want to retake this test. Here's a banana car. For more videos like this, hit that follow button.